Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay-Z your father?
I really do.
You've been ducking this boy's DNA for all his life. Take the test.
Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else.
If you got $10 million, you go, listen, young boy, I don't want the world to know nothing about this because my image, here goes some money, I'm going to take care of you. Nobody's going to say no.
Chances are, just out of nowhere, random universal selection, this boy who's not related to you has your nose, has your mouth, has your brow line, has your hairline. Just like all of this, just by accident.
I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life. And
Looks like 50 Cent is stirring things up again, this time with Jay-Z caught in the spotlight. A judge just allowed Rymir Carter's paternity case to move forward, giving Jay-Z until July 18th to reply. Word is 50 might even be backing Carter's legal fight while bringing him into his upcoming documentary. The drama is heating up, and it's clear this story is only just beginning.
In the ad,
right?
Because of look, Jay-Z and them was putting it together.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think. I think that they were saying the NFL had some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like, what is the issue? You see what I'm saying? Like, and I with M, because like with Nori was. He had communication. He said, "Yeah, that's why I talked to the big homie. He was saying to Jay, he was telling me, the white boy wouldn't do the truth without fit, right?" And I'm like, that's when I start saying crazy stuff, because I look and I go, "Oh, that's your big homie, right?" And so he imaged himself after a gay painter. Your big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Oh my God, I think I know where we're going with
So
this.
now look, what I'm saying to you is, look, when you start looking at, that's not mine, that's theirs, they Harper, right? But when you look at, M is looking at the entire legacy.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like with M, Dre, and myself.
This isn't just any paternity dispute. It reaches back decades with claims tied to the early 90s. Now the man at the center of it, said to be 32 today, is stepping forward and demanding clarity about his roots. Another twist. Some voices online claim Beyoncé has been quietly keeping this situation out of the spotlight, protecting her husband from unwanted attention.
Met Jay-Z and had intercourse with him. How old was she?
I would say I think she was about 16, 17. Or 16, just turning 16 or 17. I know it was one of them.
And Jay-Z was what age?
I wouldn't happen to know. I think was he in his 20s?
I read 22.
Oh, yeah.
I think I read 22, but he was in his 20s.
Yes, I wouldn't happen to know his age, but 22, I'm pretty sure if they put that out there, then... I really try not to get frustrated, basically. I really try not to think about it, I go on with my life, because, anything could happen, but I still gotta live for myself at the end of the day. I still gotta work and bring an income for me. I can't sit around. I gotta get up off my feet and do something. I can't wait on the world. Like, I can't say, I can't wait on anybody to want to respond when they want to. It is important that I know who my biological father is, just because, my mom's health, I don't know if it's coming from our family or it's coming from the other side, and that would be something I really would want to find out, because, in the future, you don't know what could happen. And a lot of people are so quick to judge because they see somebody coming out and try to find out if the person that, trying to find out things, they so negative to push you down. Like,
with 50 Cent adding fuel to the fire and the court finally taking action, this story is about to explode. Rymir Carter, whose real name is Rymir Satterthwaite, has been seeking answers about his alleged father Jay-Z since he was 19, spending over half his life on this fight. Now, with legal momentum behind him, the case could shake Jay-Z's reputation, his marriage, and his business empire, drawing attention from every corner.
When a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp, and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay, about regarding saying Rymir needs to go away little boy, something to that effect. There was something out there. with the song they made. And then next thing I know, somebody was at my property.
It's something crazy going on with this case. Honestly, I just want everybody in the world just to keep their eyes open and just watch things that happen, that this how things unfold, because it's crazy. It really is crazy. These judges, these lawyers, this fraud, this collusion. Who knows what it's for? Money or friendships or whatever they got going on. But I can honestly say that we should never go in the courtroom feeling like we're already the victims and we did nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong but come in here, tell you guys the truth, put our life on the line, come to every court case and give you 100% plus of us. And basically we just got.
According to his mother, Wanda, she reportedly met Jay-Z when she was very young. After becoming pregnant, she struggled to get in touch with him, but he didn't respond. Now grown, Rymir is stepping forward with determination, ready to see this long-standing battle through.
It's not why you can't prove me wrong. Like it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like this can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, you know, it's not fair.
According to Ryer's godmother, Lily Coley, Jay-Z's team initially explored handling things privately and even considered giving Rymir a spot on his record label thanks to his musical talent. But then the tone shifted. New lawyers stepped in and the approach changed completely. Why the sudden change? Likely because they realized how complicated this situation could get if it gained public attention beyond the years involved. The case carries serious implications, which explains why Jay-Z's team has been fiercely defending it for more than a decade.
Mom had to sit down with me. I guess she thought I was old enough to know now, and she been saying Sean Carter, that's what she was calling him at first before she was calling it Jay-Z, and I really didn't know who that was because I was young and, you know, had my little brother, and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really, this was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, it's not your father, and I really want you to know it is. This person is your father, and I just want you to know. And she continued to tell me that over the years and over the years and over.
A 32-year-old man claims Jay-Z is his father, backed by a late mother's signed statement, and now a judge is finally taking the case seriously after years of legal delays. Meanwhile, 50 Cent is reportedly supporting the effort, keeping the drama alive and adding even more attention to the story.
He never tried to contact me in any type of way, and that's all I'm asking is, like, because I honestly really want the case to be over with. Like, I've been going through, just like I said, a lot, and as I said, I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to do this to make somebody seem like a bad person, a bad father. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like, what is it really? What is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over with.
Things are heating up, and the timing couldn't be worse for Jay-Z. With attention on Diddy's situation, fans are eyeing the biggest names in hip-hop. Rumors are swirling that some evidence in Diddy's case could unexpectedly tie back to Jay-Z, adding even more tension to the story.
Wanda's son. She had it when she was 16. It takes 40 weeks to cook a baby. That means she was 15 when she got pregnant. Age of consent in Pennsylvania is 17. Was then, is now. And she was taken across state lines from Pennsylvania to an apartment in New York. Oops.
Oh, the detail.
That's how Rymir Carter made it into this world. Take the test, man. That's fine. We'll give you don't know Diddy. Take the test. You've been ducking this boy's DNA for all his life. Take the test. Do something. You've been dead beating it your whole life.
Times are changing, and voices that were once ignored are finally being heard. Jay-Z may have hoped this story would stay hidden, but 2025 is proving to be a year of reckoning.
Surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. So I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations are crazy.
I don't have no felonies. I'm not crazy or none of that. It's like, I just want the truth, and it's so hard to get it from the courts. And seems like Jay-Z don't want to say anything. So, I don't want to see him go down for something that, you could have just got taken care of. That's it.
Nobody's talking about the fact that he is currently suing his first biological son to quiet him and put a gag order on him. Why would he be doing that? I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that Rymir's mother was a minor when she conceived Rymir with Mr. Carter, who was a grown adult. What kind of family man is that? You don't want anyone to know, you or your wife, don't want anyone to know who your actual biological children are, because most of them were created with minors while you were an adult. He's been in court with this young man for the past decade, fighting taking a DNA test. If he's not your kid, take the DNA test. Simple. If the young man is not your son, why have you spent so much money trying not to take a DNA test? Take the DNA test if he ain't your kid. You such a proud family man. While you fight back the truth about your firstborn biological son, because you don't want nobody to know that his mama was barely 15 when you made her a mother and you were a grown man. I'm here.
Yeah.
Him and Blue Ivy got the same.
Rewinding to 1992, Jay-Z was just breaking into the music scene when, according to Ryr's mother Wanda, he met her in Philadelphia and took her to his aunt's Brooklyn apartment. After a brief second visit 2 weeks later, he vanished from her life entirely.
What was interesting was that Jay-Z's camp basically put out a statement saying that Jay and Puff are not friends and they're not close at all or whatever else. Did you see the two of them interact a lot?
I seen them interact, but I wouldn't say they was close. I believe Puff felt they was close.
Oh.
But if you was a person on the outside looking in, like me and Uncle Paulie used to always talk about it, me and D-Rock would talk about, yo, why Puff kind of like sucking Jay off so much? You know what I'm saying? Because you'd be like, we done flew to 5 or 6, 7 different concerts that Jay-Z has. But Jay-Z is not at one of Puff's shows. You know what I'm saying? You look at the Rock brunch where Puff will break his neck to get to the brunch, but Jay-Z don't pop up at any of Puff parties. Now I can only speak up until 2012. You know what I'm saying? And Puff was breaking his neck. Like at the end of the day, in our mind, we say, yo, he ain't even invite Puff to his wedding. When he married Beyoncé, Steve Stout and all of them was there. You know what I'm saying? And Puff was kind of in his feelings, but once again.
Oh, Puff was upset he didn't get invited to the wedding?
Of course he was.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to remember, we're security, so we're bottom on a topo. So he's not going to show you that it really affects him until you have a little conversation with him, or you say something, or you overhear something. But he didn't get invited to that. Yeah, Jay came through every once in a while. Like if we was in a yacht in San Tropez or one of these places like that, Jay might ride up. You know what I'm saying? And it's more or less to show, yeah, I got a yacht too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm out here too. More or less than we're tight friends. I look at it as two people that's getting money because they did have some businesses together and we did have to go to some meetings together. And it was like, this is how far it goes, but we're not friends. You know what I'm saying? Like people ask me that all the time. I be like, Jay ain't really fuck with Puff. It was no personal into it. It would be like if Ron Burgos is flying from LA on his jet, but Jay-Z just so happens to be going to New York too. We all end up on the jet.
Lily Coley adds more context, saying Wanda's story reveals that Jay-Z, then known as Rock, was in a neighborhood known for its rough environment. When Wanda discovered she was pregnant and couldn't reach him, she listed her boyfriend Robert Graves as the father on the birth certificate, taking the steps many in her situation might have taken.
I work every day. I also have my own kids to take care of. So it's like, it's been a journey for me. And it's just like, I just got so much on my name right now. I never ask for money. I don't do interviews just saying, hey, Jay-Z, give me your money, or I'm coming at the Jay-Z for his money. I never did that. I'm not that type of person. I work for everything. The next is I'm just trying to basically make sure no other kids or nobody else in the world has to go through this. Basically, don't feel afraid to go to court and see if a person is your biological parents. So many people are scared, and this is a big thing in the world. A lot of people don't have their fathers because they scared to go out and search for them. And sometimes it only take a little search, go search. And if it's wrong, we're adults. Well, most of us adults, even for the teenagers, this being a role model for them, showing you can't go in the courtroom, and if you're doing everything correctly, you should be able to just get treated as equal as the other person. I've always been a person that I never hate anyone. I don't walk around with hate for a person. So I try to teach my kids that just be the best that you can be. So that's just a model I go off. I would never hate Jay-Z. It was never that type thing. I respect him for everything he did. And as I said, I've been going through a whole lot through these years because this case, like me, my mom, my godmom, we didn't seen the worst. We didn't have people, slander my name. Like you want Jay-Z money. And I hear it all. I'm going to fight until I'm not here no more. And it's never going to be against no one. I'm going to continue to fight. It'll take another 10 years, maybe another 50. Maybe I'll take this to the grave with me, but everybody can say I fought this.
Yeah.
He's come out and said, this is just long-term harassment, man. He's like, this thing just won't go away.
Long-term harassment. You know how disrespectful that is to a man that looks almost identical to you?
Yeah, that's his child. That's very disrespectful.
To a man chances are, just out of nowhere, random universal selection, this boy who's not related to you has your nose, has your mouth, has your brow line, has your hairline, same straight knobby knees, is like all of this just by accident. Just by accident. It's just a coincidence that this man looks like he could be your Irish twin. Are you kidding me?
In 2011, Robert Graves was removed from the birth certificate after a DNA test proved he wasn't the father, prompting Rymir to pursue Jay-Z legally. He first filed in 2010, and the case quickly became a tangled mess with delays, court changes, and legal roadblocks. Jay-Z's team even argued he couldn't be forced to take a DNA test in New Jersey, though Rymir uncovered proof that he did own property there at the time. Over the years, Rymir has invested his own money fighting what he calls fraudulent courtroom tactics.
I do know that I have listened to actual commentary from his godmother, Lily, who sat with a friend of mine, Liz Croakey. I was there, I was present, I heard it come out of her mouth. Wanda was a minor when she got pregnant with Rymir. And like Wanda always said, he picked her up in Philly, but he took her to New York across state lines to bed her while she was allegedly underage, even though Lily was present when Rymir was born.
So here's the latest. 50 Cent isn't just stirring the pot. He's backing a case that could become one of hip-hop's biggest scandals. With a judge finally taking it seriously and Rymir Carter standing his ground, Jay-Z may soon have to face the music. The July 18th deadline is approaching and all eyes are on him. Will he take the DNA test or try to find another way out? One thing's clear. This story is far from over, and 50 Cent isn't letting the drama go unnoticed.
She was very clear on the fact that Wanda was a minor when she was pregnant with Rymir, who was born a year before my son Giovanni. He came 92. That means she got knocked up in 91. He was well into his 20s by that time. Well into his 20s. Allegedly taking teenage girls over the state line. He got unlucky. That condom broke. Poor guy. Or maybe that was just karma. Maybe God made sure that happened for a moment like right now. Disgusting. Don't nobody want to talk about the other kids that everybody denies don't exist. What? You know, to be a billionaire that can't get a loan is one thing. But to be a broke billionaire and a deadbeat dad, that's something different.
Yeah. You know, even Solange's son, the Daniel kid, he says he doesn't have a great relationship with Beyoncé and Jay-Z. What do you feel someone coming out saying, hey, Jay-Z's my father? What does that person want from a hoe if he's saying he does not care?
To prove that his mother wasn't a liar, because that's what they said his entire life while she was alive. Denying him makes her a liar. That woman was on the phone with the judge who was harassing her, telling her, demanding that she stop filing for paternity when she gave way and died. His mama died on the phone. Trying to get proper acknowledgement for him. If your mama died like that, would you just sit around and let people keep calling her a liar?
But my thing is this, Vlad, this is how easy it is. First of all, kids come before everything.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're going to have problems with your kids sometimes, but if you got if you got $10 million, we go, listen, young boy, I don't want the world to know nothing about this because my image, here goes some money, I'm going to take care of you. Nobody's going to say no. You my son, I love you. I'm going to give you money. I just don't want nobody to know about this. It's easy to manage. The fact,
but that starts with extortion. That's the first step of extortion.
No, but
once you give someone some money, you are now an ATM.
So you saying someone, no, your son. Like Vlad, there's a difference between someone and your son that you made. Right or wrong?
Still a stranger though. You don't know.
It don't matter. But if you made him, he's a stranger because of you.
Yeah.
He's a stranger because of you. If you're a stranger, you know what I mean? So my thing is, if you my son, my thing is, I think a son is something all men want. A son.
Yeah.
If once you have a son, you don't care. Even if he was 40 and you just met him, he's your son. You be like, yo, best if you got the means to just do whatever you want. That's the thing I think a regular person like me don't understand.